What's up, hopeful people in this lovely crypto space? A lot of people are wondering, right? Like, is the market over? Is it about to begin? Is it different? Is it left translated? Is it right translated? What's going to happen, right? And the fair answer is nobody knows until it happens. But we can take a look at something which is way more accurate than every single chart, every single piece of news, the seasonality, all combined, right? And that's the sentiment, because the sentiment has never been wrong, right? Actually, the sentiment is always wrong, but if you flip that, then that's never wrong. And what do I mean by that? I mean that you that would like the video would help me a lot. I would appreciate that. Welcome to the FOMO Factory. Subscribe if you are new. Let's stay a little down to earth or moon, hopefully soon. But what does it actually mean? It means that when people are fearful in markets in general, right? Like not only crypto, but especially in crypto, because we are different, then that's the best time ever to buy. You don't need anything else, right? You don't need nothing. If people are like euphoric, like, wow, it's gonna happen, it's gonna moon, it's gonna this, it's gonna that, sell, right? If you want to do great in crypto, you have to make sure that people always call you crazy, right? So whenever you talk about selling, people should call you crazy because they feel like it's going a lot higher, right? Means you're probably selling the top, and the other way around. When people call you crazy for buying, it's probably because things are very low, and that's just psychology of this whole thing. So let's go over that. Now, what I posted in the Alpha Factory as well, if you're not there, why not? But you can check it out down below. There's a link in the pinned comment. But what I posted there, like, hey, I think that overcomplicating is one of our biggest enemies, actually. And if you do not want to overcomplicate, for alts in this case, then this chart is very easy, simple, telling, everything you need to know, right? I'm not making a move right now. It's now kind of in the middle of this parallel channel, right? And all I am doing is basically making my big buys when we hit the lower trend line, and I'm taking like huge amounts off the table when it's hitting the upper trend line. So far, so good, right? Like you could say like, well, what if we break it? The trend is your friend until the end of the trend, of course. Right? And so far, every buy that I did personally at these lower levels, fantastic, actually fantastic, but it takes ages to play out, right? So you have to realize that, if you are in crypto, not sometimes, but most of the times, the best trade is no trade, right? You buy, for example, somewhere, you don't have to buy the bottom, of course, but you buy somewhere here, which was in August 2024, and you start selling somewhere in November, December, right? There's months in between, and then months later, you maybe start buying again, right? It's not about looking at the 4-hour chart. Well, this is a bearish engulfing middle finger candle, fuck you pattern. I don't know what, like, that's not gonna help anybody, okay? So that's just one big thing that, helped me a lot and that I really want to share. Because I also, in the last cycles, I was really focused on what was going to happen short term, and I never, made money off of that. Now, if you look at the Fear and Greed Index, which is even way more accurate in my opinion, it makes kind of sense, right? I remember that if you look at these kind of videos that I made this year, beginning of April somewhere, that the responses weren't necessarily very positive, right? It was like, how can you buy right now? It's going to zero. It's going to shit. Like, are you stupid? Like, whatever, these kind of things. And it reflects here as well. Like the fear and greed at the beginning of April was like so low. Then again, if you go back to that moment at the beginning of April and you look where the chart is sitting, then you can see, that was here actually, you can see that like, wasn't that like the best buy ever? And that now already, like, you have profit in that case, right? So you can talk about taking profits already when other people are talking like, I want to play even. And that's how you win. It sucks, but it's PvP. You know, if others lose, it should be your benefit. So therefore, I want to go over the sentiment, because the sentiment back at this time, on a lot of YouTube channels, on Twitter, also my YouTube channel, it was awful, right? It was awful. And that gave me a lot of conviction, actually, like, wow, I think that this is really a great time to buy, right? At the moment, it says neutral, right? And it is also kind of neutral. It's like, people are not like, there are always some perma bulls and there are always some perma bears, but overall the sentiment is neutral, right? People don't really know. They have some hope or they cautious, but like it's not really, it's kind of in the middle, right? So let's go over the sentiment on this YouTube channel for the last couple of days to kind of see where we are. Because again, that's the best buying or selling indicator anyone can give you, in my opinion. So I just want to go over a couple comments, actually. I like interacting with this audience as well. I think there are a lot of smart people on this channel that have been through this, right? That ask good questions, say interesting things. So if you look at this video, feel like, hey, if you can ever, you know, discuss whatever I want to type in the comment section, type something in the comment section. Please TA ELP and Gaia projects. Okay, it's not really about TAing, but I do want to, like, I will do some TA for you, no problem. So ELP, that's, I guess, I think that this will have most history. Ow. Okay, I hope there's more history than that, actually. ELP, USD. And it's even, by the way, if you feel like, I don't care about ELP, I don't know what it is, skip this video. Maybe it's good to like just take you a little into my thought process on how I look at these things, right? But overall, I'm not really looking at one specific alt to figure out like, hey, should I buy or sell? I try to look at the biggest picture possible as far as my experience let me, right? And then take steps back. So I start to look at like, hey, is the macro looking good? If the answer is yes, then okay, cool. Is Bitcoin then looking good? If the answer is yes, cool. How are alts, right? And hey, is there more room for downside maybe? So maybe I should wait a little bit. It's kind of how I try to look at it. Yeah, it all has the same kind of history. So I don't know. It came out. It absolutely dumped the shit, right? Doesn't say that it's that, right? In 2017, coins came out, went down 99.9%, and then went up 20,000%, right? Like that's crazy, and that. Wasn't that as well, right? So there's still hope for coins like this. Plus, there's a pretty decent rebound right here. So it's not like weak based on the chart, but TA, yeah, I don't know. It also depends, like, hey, how much money is there flowing into that coin? How's the inflation? What's up with the market cap, etc. So it's kind of hard to tell something about TA in such a new coin. But if you want to buy it anywhere, then maybe at this lower trend line, like 0.004, give or take. Could be an entry, and then you have Gaia. I don't know. Oh, Everworld. Gaia Everworld. Wasn't I a investor in that? I don't know. It's probably wrecked in that case. Let me see. What? Oh, nice. Okay, cool. So that looks pretty good. I mean, it came out, it crashed. Of course, right? It's not weird. Like people, they're in pre-sales, take profits, right? It crashes, and then the real buying pressure can come. And from that dump, it's up with 3x. So yeah, I mean that's nice. Again, it's pretty new, so it's kind of hard to do some actual TA on it. But 8.5 cents would be a decent entry level, right? It's this trend line plus this resistance right here. So yeah, there's that, man. Someone says, I'm really curious if retail will come back at all. Well, I mean, you are retail, right? So it is here. It's like how much is coming back? Depends. Like, it's hard to measure. Like, how are we gonna measure it? We can use Google searches, and that's actually going up right now. But then again, AI kind of fucks that up. You can use Coinbase app ranking, which I think is very accurate. And you can look at well, certain YouTube channels, etc. But you know, I think if you try to compare it with like the euphoria of 2017 or 2021, it's because alts were ripping, right? And that's what I think attracts retail. And in that case, look, we don't have a crystal ball, nobody knows, but you know, Bitcoin is rampaging, right? But here people already said like, well, Bitcoin is boring, not going to invest in that. And it proved everybody wrong again. Now it's here. Yeah, now people are thinking like, now it's totally like boring and not promising anymore. So this is not going to attract retail. But the money flows, right? Like always, and it now was flowing into Ethereum, and then it will probably flow into alts again. And the cool thing is that a little drop, like I said earlier on the channel, by the Bitcoin dominance, right, it's kind of small compared to an alt season, already made ETH do a 3x, right? Can you imagine if it just keeps on going down and that money flows into alts? That's nuts. That's fucking nuts. Plus the adoption, the ETFs that we have right now, the institutions that are stepping in, the stable coin act, like what's going on right now is unreal, the adoption. So would be kind of weird if this shit doesn't 20x, right? And that will definitely attract retail, I think. So we'll see. Research Kita. It's the next Solana. It's the next Solana. I think Kita is just Kita, but I get what you mean. It's faster, cheaper, more secure, has a dedicated team. Yeah, okay. The last one, like this goes without saying. Oh, that's fast, cheap. Doesn't really have dedicated team though. Okay, yeah. Look, there are a lot of layer ones, right? And there are a lot of layer ones that are faster than Solana, that are cheaper than Solana, more secure. Like ETH is every layer one is basically more secure than Sol, I think. But it's, I think also like these are the actual requirements, right? If it's like really slow, then it doesn't matter how you gonna make user adoption, right? Like who cares? But yeah, no, it's all about the adoption. How are they going to do that, right? And it's all speculative. I know a lot of good layer ones actually, but yeah, it's on DexScan. It's not really actually on Spump Fund. I don't. It's not on CoinMarketCap. Okay, maybe the team should be a little bit more dedicated. So yeah, I don't know, but send me a link, man. I will take a look at it. Dude, I don't know what's going on. Why you get 170 likes on a video with like 1,200 views? That should be kind of wrong. But I know that you're not a bot because you're responding like quite regularly, actually. So hey, congrats, you're popular as fuck, man. But I have the same odds for 2 years, and they're starting to wake up. Yeah, look. It's now. I don't know yet if it's alt season or not, right? A lot of people will say that it isn't, right? But by the time it's confirmed, it's already kind of too late, right? If you look at the monthly chart for alts on the Bitcoin pair, they are now outperforming for 3 months in a row, right? I think I said this in my last video, but an alt season, yeah, it started here, right? But in this candle, people were not like, it's alt season, even not in this one or this one, because we haven't even broke above these, right? So also 3 green months in a row, but only with this one, people felt like, it might be alt season. But yeah, then you're already almost there, right? So what was the point? Yeah. But yeah, they are starting to wake up. Definitely. They're outperforming ETH at the moment. They're outperforming stables at the moment. They're outperforming Bitcoin at the moment. So alts are at this moment the outperformers. we'll find out how it goes. But yeah, I mean, if you're holding them for 2 years, then depends what you bought, when you bought it. But I just hope you end up in a profit, bro. Yeah, someone says that. I guess that's the sentiment that we were looking for, right? Excellent macro rotation insights. Love the breakdown of BTC to Ethereum, altcoins, and how multiple weekly closes above the MAs are signaling a real structural shift. Too many traders wait for God candles to declare alts. That's what we just talked about, yeah. But the slow grind is exactly where smart positioning is happening. Yeah, like you don't want to be there after the fact. Like that's the whole thing about this, right? People here say alts are dead. Fuck alts, screw alts. I'm not gonna buy alts. Great, cool. You do you, right? People all said it here. And here they were even way more wrecked than in this market. So here people said, screw it. And that's fine. The downside is for those people, though, that they do buy them here because they finally have to prove like, oh, they are not that. Now, then let me buy it. But that's not how you make money. The way to make money is by believing in something when nobody else does. And then when it turns out that way, that you can already load off when other people are pumping it for you, right? Otherwise, like you're just one of the people that says, it's dead and I'm a buy. And then it goes down again. And then you are mad and wrecked. And like, that's the way to do it, man. So yeah. S-Fund is getting brutalized for the past few weeks. Hopefully a reversal and push to the 2024 highs, man. Yeah, I mean, S-Fund is, spoke about this before, but S-Fund is a Launchpad token, right? And who's gonna buy into new projects if their own normal current bags are wrecked, right? So it's not that weird. And I think actually that this is a opportunity of a lifetime. There's always a disclaimer like it could be that, but based on what? That the price is down? Every fucking price was down. It doesn't mean that the market is dead. The market just showed us like, nah, nope. Right, and now we have S-Fund, right? And now it's a pretty decent bounce, but it's 40 cents. It came from $5 last year. Yeah. I mean, if it was going to $5 during a non-alt season, I like am open-minded to the idea that it could go there during an alt season. So no harm in getting some at real lows right now, actually. You're welcome, bro. Appreciate you. There are a lot of bots on the channel. I try to delete them, but it's sometimes kind of hard, man, like to keep up with it. Someone said, I'm also calling it bullshit on where you're... Oh, okay. So I said in this video that it matters, like if you are wrecked in this market, I get what you mean. If you are wrecked in this market, then it's not that you should blame the market, but you should look like, what did I do wrong, right? Because overall, the market is up. Right? Some people say like, what are you talking about? Right? Again, there are exceptions. This one is sitting at the lows right now, right? If you look overall, I can go to most of these coins. Right? And if you look at them like cycle high or cycle low, Super is sitting like 8x from the lows, right? Even my own project, Web3 Whales, up. Decubate sitting at around the lows, while the world major pushes is now sitting far from the lows. Condex is sitting far from the lows. Aerodrome is sitting far from the lows. Aave 6x from the lows. Dogecoin sitting far from the lows. Ethereum far from the lows. Beam, close to the lows. Desync close to the lows. And Render far from the lows, right? If you take an average of all of that, how the fuck can you be wrecked, right? The way that you can be wrecked is that, again, if you look at a render, for example, good example, right? The lows are of the cycle are here, right? At around 50 cents. The highs are here at around $13. It's now $3.80. Yeah, if you bought somewhere here, then you are in good profit. If you bought somewhere here, then you are down, right? So doesn't it simply just depend on when you buy? Like, I think that, like, because the same chart for everybody, and there are people that are in a loss on this one, and there are people that are in a profit on this one. So what does it depend on? Not on the chart, right? On the person who did something with this. I like, not trying to like be a dick about it, but isn't that what it is? What the fuck? I'm monthly DCAing from March 2023 and my whole portfolio is down 50%. Yeah, but bro, that's because you are monthly DCAing from March 2023, right? Like, again, March 2023, that's here, right? Who told you, like, sorry for putting it like this, but how did you came up with the idea that it was a good idea to like start DCAing alts in a pre-election year, right? Like, that's like usually or pre-election, but that's usually, it's also seasonality wise not the year for alts, right? If you compare it to March 2019, for example, right, that's here. That's like, man, halfway the alt bear market, right? You have an uptrend, distribution, downtrend, accumulation, uptrend, distribution, distribution, downtrend, accumulation. Yeah, if you already start DCAing the downtrend, then it's still your buys that are wrong. Like, there's nothing wrong with DCAing, of course. But yeah, like, we all learn, right? I did that as well. I also thought like, oh, fuck Bitcoin, let me buy alts. And then it turns out like, oh, this wasn't really the season yet for alts. It's fine. So I would say like, try to look what went wrong, right? And not blaming the market or whatever, because that really doesn't help you, man. That will really not help you. Yeah, and then you get like you're saying, like, so I'm not taking profits if my $1,000 investment does 40x run and reinvesting it back when it dips 40%, etc. Would pay more taxes than I would earn. Yeah, that depends per country. I don't know about that. So this is total BS at this moment. Boring 3 years. It sucks, but it's normal. It sucks. I'm not gonna deny that, man. But it's not weird. Like that's always how it goes. And try not to blame anyone else than yourself, because it's not gonna help you, right? That's what I really learned. I used to blame the markets, certain YouTubers, and everything that comes from that is me making annoying songs like this.
I make these videos and I say anything, but who really cares? He's gonna sue me anyway. But that's okay, cause I can pay. You can fucking broke now, but you should blame yourself. You bought the top, yeah, you should blame yourself. So emotional, yeah, you should blame yourself. You sold the low, yeah, you should blame yourself. So emotional.
Let me know if we should drop the remix of Blame Yourself. Sorry. Was just a good opening to that song. I needed that, thanks. August wasn't great either, but that doesn't fit into the hype narrative. What? I don't know what you mean, man. August wasn't great, but it doesn't fit into the hype narrative. I don't like what hype narrative, man. I don't know. If it looks bullish, we're gonna be bullish. If it looks bearish, we're gonna be bearish, right? It should just be that. And where I talked about like the seasonality and the monthly returns, etc., etc., etc. Yeah, August didn't look great. It depends on what, right? It didn't look great, but did it look bad? Like, also not, right? Like, if you look at ETH, for example, August, I don't know, went up 18%, bro. Like, wasn't bad. Wasn't bad. So I don't know. Pretty good to me. Yeah, okay. I know it's getting a little negative. So that is maybe still a good buy signal, actually. Someone said 40x returns, average returns on S fund in IDOs that time. No, not average. I didn't mean, did I say average in that video? That's not what I meant. But what I said in that video is that why Launchpad, so for the people that have no clue what the fuck they're looking at, why Launchpads are so great to buy into. It's because even in the last, bear market, whatever, C5, for example, they released a lot of projects that did like insane returns. And I'm not even comparing it, this post-halving year to the last post-halving year, where a lot of launches did 200x's or even more, but to the last, like, bear market, where they launched Hypercycle, Chain GPT, Cookie DAO, etc. Like, damn, the returns were crazy, right? So I think I tried to say in that video, like, even though, for example, that CDFI, the token itself is down a lot right now, it's really impossible to actually be in a loss on CDFI if you participated in the sales as well. And that's just, therefore I like using these launchpads, because the token price, of course I want it to go up now, but it's not really the main thing that makes money. All you do is have to look left and then to see that we got two candles just like this last cycle before the dominance running up again before the real drop. What? All you have to do is look left to see we got two candles just like the last cycle before the dominance running up again before the real drop. You have been saying alt season for months now. Alt season probably isn't actually until next year. Look, first sentence, I don't really know what you mean, man. I've been saying alt season for months now. Yeah, I thought it would, actually. And I think that a lot of people in this market are like, oh shit, it's taking longer, right? For me as well, because I was sticking to the seasonality a bit too much. I'm not going to deny that, right? Alt season always happened at the end of the halving year, beginning of the post-halving year. So that was my base case, because I like to say that things play out like they used to until they don't. And this was the moment, like, until it didn't, right? So it took a little longer, but still price-wise, what does it matter? Like, if you are in a rush, like, you shouldn't be, right? Because I indeed said, like, end of 2024, beginning 2025. And there was this right here, kind of where I expected it, right? And it did have a good run, but it wasn't an alt season, right? And then it went down again, and it went up again. Overall, price-wise, nothing has really changed, right? So it's not that bad. And he said alt season probably actually not coming until next year. I don't know. Maybe not. No idea, man. Like I said, it could be that we are already in it, right? But that, like, it will only make sense maybe once we are up here, that people felt like, oh fuck, alt season started in June, right? Like, could be the case. Maybe next year could also be. I'm open-minded to that. Like, the whole business cycle has moved a bit to the right. And crypto is kind of showing like, hey, it just follows the business cycle, right? So wouldn't be surprised if the whole crypto cycle has been moved a little bit to the right as well, and that therefore the alt season comes a little later. But then again, screw that. Like, I'm not in a rush. I mean, buy here, buy here, buy here, buy here, buy here, buy here, buy here. Eventually you have a good average, and when it happens, you still do fine, right? But we got two candles. You're talking about the Bitcoin dominance, like last cycle. Oh, okay. I think I get what you mean. You mean we had a top and we had another top and then a drop? Could be, but like that would be weird, right? That you say like, hey, it won't happen until next year. So that's different. But when it comes to this double top, it's gonna be the same. Like, okay, so is this the same or different? Like, I don't believe in that. Like, we hit a top, we hit another top, so this time we have to have a top and another top. Like, that doesn't work like that, in my opinion, man. Correction to my previous comment, gonna see rotation to Bitcoin and ETH for weeks, then the pump starts. We're gonna see a rotation to Bitcoin and ETH from alts then, I guess. ETH will probably touch the 20-week SMA as this happens, then ETH and others will pump. Probably touch the 20-week SMA. I think that there's a good chance that it will eventually get there. If you look where it is right now, I think it's now coming in at 36,700, something like that. That's the bull market support band, basically, right? Oh, it's already here. So let me remove the noise to show. So it's now coming in at around, well, $3,500. It depends on when it gets there and if it gets there, of course, right? But if it should drop there today, then it's $3,500, which is big support, horizontal. But it could also take a couple weeks, and then it could be sitting at $3,900, going up pretty fast, of course, as ETH went up very fast, so the moving average is following. Could also go sideways, right? And then touch it, and then continue to run, for sure. But gonna see a rotation into Bitcoin and ETH. Yeah, then it should be from alts, of course, right? What else is there? Well, alts into Bitcoin, like, that's not really called a rotation. That will be more like a continuation, right? Like, alts have been going down against Bitcoin all the time. So in that case, you're basically saying that this will go down again. Good, right? Like, I don't know, maybe. Yeah, for ETH kind of goes same, like, alts have been going down against ETH. Like, it's more now a rotation where alts go up against ETH again. And whatever happens short term, I do think that, you know, if the bottom for alts and the ETH pair is not in, that we are at least very close to that. So yeah. Thanks for making the video. Appreciate you, man. Yeah, historically speaking, as fund, one of your largest bags is at the all-time low and you are 2x from your target. See the issue? Yeah, no, yeah, look, see the issue? Nee, like, dishonest. Bro, okay, so try to understand what I'm saying, all right? There are two ways, especially with S-Fund, to make money. Right? Look, you say, I'm indeed like, what is it? 2x, 3x away from my goal, indeed. Well, how come if S-Fund is my largest bag and if it's down that much? Well, one, because I didn't buy here, like a lot of people, I guess, did, right? So, like, I'm not in a fat loss, right? My average is now somewhere here, I think, at around 80 cents. It's now 42, right? So, yeah, it's not that bad, right? But two, also, because there is no harm in just buying something around this place and selling it again right here, right? Which, believe it or not, if you're in stables, doesn't feel that bad whenever it goes down again. So, look, if I was buying it anywhere and just holding, not taking any profits, yeah, then it would suck if coins looked like this, right? But, yeah, newsflash, I've been taking profits. I've mentioned it on this channel as well. Like, and I don't know how many times I have to mention, like, it's important to do that. Otherwise, other people will do it for you, right? But yeah, also with Cetify, yeah, like with Cetify, man, bro, I invested like, I don't know, somewhere here. There was I remember there was an IDO called Hyper Cycle, right? And I had a pretty decent there. And Hyper Cycle, they had the first round, then got sold out, right? Because nobody cared about Cetify and their launches. So I got a bigger allocation in the second round. even that one didn't sell out. So I got even more in the third round. And I was just like, fuck it, let me buy it. They have a refund anyway. Well, we're like, what's the problem? So I invested like 10K or something in Hypercycle. And this thing did a 12x. And it stayed there for a long time. So only with that one IDO, I almost paid off my entire Seedify investment. Yeah, and then you have others like ChainGPT. Did a 60x. It maintained at a 40x for like forever, right? Like there's so many to call. So, bro, only because of the lunches, like half of my entire crypto portfolio is for free, basically. So there's no issue. Yeah, anyone they can say that they sold at the top and by the bottom. Like, yeah, I can say it. I can sit here indeed. Like, for example, the videos that I made at the beginning of April, right? Where I think I gave pretty valid reasoning for why this was a very good buy and why I said that Ethereum was a brain dead opportunity. And for some reason, still not follow my own advice. I don't know why. Like, what would be the reason? Look, I'm not even gonna spend like if you and the three people who think that this is a valid argument that I'm lying or whatever the fuck, then go ahead. I guess I don't know, man. But some people actually like. They make money with crypto, and that's what I'm trying to do on this channel. I'm not like trying to promote bullshit coins. I'm not throwing like one affiliate link after the other. I'm not doing like these giveaways if you sign up there because then I get your trading volume. Like I'm not doing any of that kind of stuff, right? The only thing that I'm actually doing is just literally saying what I do. And if then there's here and there a person that says, well, I don't believe it, then fuck off. Then don't believe it. Like, all right. It's weird, man. Appreciate you. Yeah, many people are kidding themselves with alt season. It's over. Yeah, that's the sentiment that we are talking about, I think. Like, I don't know if you were here in the last cycle, but if you were, and otherwise look it up on X or whatever, it's pretty funny actually. You know that your comment is pretty much a copy-paste from what people said at the end of 2020 as well. It's over. It's not going to happen. Alts are dead. There are already institutions. It's Bitcoin only. They said it literally here. Literally. And then bam. And it's good to be bearish on alts, especially. Like, if you are always bullish, you're going to wreck yourself. At a certain point, you really have to be bearish. But not here. Do it here, right? Not here. That never worked for nobody. Please, do yourself a favor, right? There's, like, it just, like, yeah. The Benjamins expect Bitcoin dominance. Oh, Benjamin Cowan. Okay. Benjamin Cowan expects Bitcoin dominance to 100% and alts to 0. December 31 alts do 1000x. What the fuck? Like I don't know, man. What? Or the Benjamins I don't get it, man. No, I think it's all a joke, but yeah, not to reply on it anyway. Bitcoin dominance won't go to 99%, alts won't go to 0, and they won't do 1000x either. Like, there will always be an alt that does, but like not alts in general, of course. But we see. Like, I don't think like you should always expect whatever you expect. Actually, expect it, and just try to position yourself for always, also for like, hey, what if I'm wrong, right? Because we are in crypto. name one person in crypto that has never been wrong. Like that person doesn't exist even, right? Like, so yeah, that. Not many people get it, but I do. The charts, or these are the charts I always follow. If you have conviction and trust what you see, it actually works out pretty okay. You need patience and conviction. That's it. Great word. Yada yada. People disagree are just salty. Because, no, I think that, no, man, bro, like, people need to disagree with each other. That's good. That's fine, right? Like, that's fine. That's good. That gives perspective. But I agree 100% that, like, you need patience and you need conviction, right? Patience, conviction, and counter trading your emotions, right? These are, you can use the best tools, look at the best YouTubers, do this, do that. If you have no patience and you don't know how to deal with your emotions, that's the biggest lesson, honestly, that I've learned in the last 12 years now that I've wrecked myself in crypto. Like that was always the reason I got wrecked. Always. So yeah. Congrats to you. Your channel looks full of bots now. Man, Google, like YouTube, it's so terrible, right? They have Gemini, they have all these crazy AI shit, but they cannot get rid of bots. Like, holy crap. Try to delete them manually, but it's a fucking pain in the ass, man. Ben, oh wow, okay, you're not a fan. Says alts will dump 50%. Bitcoin dominance goes to 70% plus. I've never heard him say that, actually. I don't know. Maybe I missed one video, but like, I don't think he said that. Bitcoin dominance 70% plus. But there's like, it could always happen, right? But I think no. He also said that alts on their Bitcoin pair should go all the way down here. Yeah, it's now it made that move, but in the other direction. But I don't know, man. I don't know. Eric Crown show why alts look so horrible and they will only go down. Pity pumps. Yeah. But yeah, again, I spoke. No offense to Eric Crown, but look, for Bitcoin analysis, he has some good content. He's right about it. He's wrong about it. It's nice. It's fine. When it comes to alts, I feel, man, bro, listen to anyone but except Crown, right? Like, he doesn't know what they are, how to pronounce them. If he looks at an altcoin chart, he doesn't know what the chart is. Like, he literally does not know about alts, and that's fine, right? Like, some people, they are purely into Bitcoin or stocks or whatever, like he is, and that's great. Like, less chance to get wrecked, all fine. But then just don't talk about it as well, right? Like, he already proved himself wrong so fucking hard with alts that I cannot take it seriously anymore. He made a whole, at the beginning of April, a video laughing, right? Like, how bad it was all looking. The whole video, he was just laughing. Oh, this is terrible. Oh, this sucks. This will never go up. At the fucking lows. Like, dude, like, whoa. It's not like I'm also wrong about stuff, but like, this was like on a different level, dude. It was fucking horrible. So, yeah, you give an example. I'm not going to read it long, but Render is never going to see $6 again. Like, but is that coming from Crown or is that coming from you? Because I also remember that when Aerodrome was at 40 cents or so, Crown said, well, this kind of shitcoin, I don't know what it is. It's the native token of the leading DEX on base, by the way. Like, it's not some kind of weird shitcoin. It will maybe touch in an alt season $1. 1. Bro, it already went to 160. Like, and we are not even that, like, bruh, like, man. And yeah, now render is not going to $6. Bro, okay, look, make it make sense, right? I'm not saying that you're wrong. I'm not saying that I'm right. I'm not saying that I'm wrong or you're right or whatever. I'm saying we don't know, right? I assume you are also not from the future. So we don't know. So let's just look at what's most likely. Like that's the only way we can do this, right? And if you then look, well, Bitcoin 112K, right? So is there a lot of liquidity, right? Total crypto market 4 trillion. Yeah, there's a fuckload of liquidity. Cool. What confirms it? Well, Bitcoin dominance went down a little bit, right? But that money went into ETH, right? Because a typical rotation is Bitcoin, ETH, alt, right? Went into ETH. Bam. Just a little of the dominance, right? Not much. But it's because Bitcoin has so much liquidity that wherever that liquidity flows, that pumps like crazy, right? So even the highest cap altcoin, it did a 3x. Like it went, ETH did a 3x. Cool. So now I'm like, okay, rotation kind of confirmed again for me. So what if the rest, what if it flows into alts? They are way lower in liquidity than ETH. And to make it even a little bit more visualizing, ETH has a market cap of 500 billion. Render has a market cap of 2 billion. Right? You have any idea? Like, and like, man, and you're saying that less than a 2x on this coin will not happen? Like, again, like, we don't know, but I can tell you, hey, the liquidity is there. A multi-$100 billion market cap asset does a 3x like it's nothing, with the smallest decline in the Bitcoin dominance. And you won't consider that a very much lower market cap coin cannot even do a 1.5x if that money rotates there? Like, man, I won't stick a precious body part in the fire for that, to put it like that. Like the market can throw an enormous curveball, right? There could be a huge recession, a big-ass nuclear war. But to be honest, we definitely need a big-ass black swan like that in order to, like, not make this happen. And is that something you want to count on? Right? Again, won't make it to $6. That's here. It could literally go there next week. Right? The first big resistance is higher than that, even. So I don't know. Look, and I'm saying this like, they're being cautious is good, but the real art, whatever skill, is in knowing when to be bullish and when to be bearish. And I think that you, together with a lot of other people that might struggle with that, do it really the other way around. And again, that's just simply not going to help you, right? So if I look at, for example, at a chart like this, right? If we look at a chart like this, I'm like, can it go lower? Can it go higher? Yeah. But am I like, it can never go here? Like, no, man. We have, like, I don't know. Be careful, bro. Without an alt season, without anything, right? This thing did a 47 fucking X, like, nah, even more, like a 49X. 49X. 49X, right? Money didn't flow into alts, nothing. There was not a lot of liquidity in the market yet, nothing, right? And now you're saying, like, it cannot do more than 60%? What the fuck is the reason? Like, try to... I'm really scared. Like, I know this takes way too long. A lot of people feel like, why are you saying all of this? But I just really like if people come back to the channel in half a year and say like, hey, dude, what you said back then, I remember that. I applied it. It played out like that. Fucking awesome. Like that's, I don't know. That's what I want. And yeah, I can't help you. So overall, sentiment. Me. There are people believing, there are still people saying that it won't happen. Reason kind of often still missing. And that kind of makes me believe like, hey, it's still a pretty good moment, man. It's still a pretty good moment. Plus, the market will never top on shit sentiment, right? Why will the market top? Like, again, like if you look at last thing, all season chart, and then I'm gonna wrap it up. If you look at this, like the market topped here, right? Why? Because alts pumped like they pumped like crazy, right? So people are taking a shitload of profits, and that's kind of the domino effect, like makes it go down and down and down. And the people who bought here are scared, like, sell, 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 capitulate, right? Same over here. But why would it now? How would the next bear market look, right? If this is apparently the top, just like it was over here, by the way, according to these people. But if it's if that's the top, how would the next bear market look? Like this or whatever. What's the reason here? Like, who is gonna sell? If crypto is so quiet, if nobody is here, and if there are so many people bearish, then who's there to sell in the first place? It doesn't make sense to me. So I want to wrap it up right here. This is taking way longer than I thought. I don't even know if I'm gonna put this video out. Probably will, but you know. Okay, thanks for watching, guys. Like the video if you like the video. Subscribe to the channel. Turn the bell notification on, and I will see you in the next one.